Unajua nacheka kwa nini? Kwa sababu hii ni maajabu. So Ruto was in Narok County and he started lecturing leaders who do nothing. Who do nothing. He said that some leaders, they do a lot of nothing. They have no track record. They've not built schools. They've not even built churches. And he even mentioned that some of these leaders have spent more than 10 years and they have nothing to show. That the only thing they do is go to rallies, get women clapping for them, and yeah, basically they do a lot of nothing. Then I'm there listening and I'm like, hold on, Mr. President. Why does this start sounding so familiar? But I don't want to be biased. I want you to listen to him. Tell me if it sounds familiar.
Nimewauliza wengine kwamba sisi kama viongozi lazima tuwe accountable. Kila kiongozi usiwe tu ni mtu ya kusumbua watu. Unapigiwa makofi, unaimbiwa na kina mama na hakuna kazi unafanya. Number one, ukuwe na agenda, na sera, na mpango, na maono. Si ndio? Hapana sumbua sisi na propaganda na fitina. Kuja na agenda. Namba ya pili, kuja na track record. Yes. Kama hakuna kitu umefanya kwa hii Kenya na wewe unataka kuongoza Kenya, utatuharibia nafasi na wakati. We don't have time to waste. Hatuna nafasi ya kupoteza na mtu ambaye hana agenda, hana mpango, hata track record. Kama mimi nataka niwaulize watu wa Narok, mtu kama amekuwa uongozi miaka 10, hakuna barabara amejenga, shule hajajenga, kanisa hajajenga, hakuna kitu amejenga, huyo ni mtu ya kuchaguliwa? Sasa mwingine hata nimuuliza juzi, sasa wewe umekuwa hapa miaka 40.
Hold up, Mr. President. So, you have been in politics long enough, more than most of us have been alive. And now, when you started talking about someone being in politics more than 10 years and they have zero track record, I was like, Mr. President, you have been an MP. You have been a minister. You have been deputy president, the second most powerful person in Kenya for 10 years. And now you're the president. So that part where you've mentioned that someone has been in power for over 10 years and yet they have nothing to show, it got me thinking, Mr. President, do Kenyans have the right to ask if we are still talking about the opposition, or are we talking about resume review? And by this case, I mean your own resume review. Because, Mr. President, as the president of this beloved nation of Kenya, it doesn't matter how long, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we should have started seeing some of these things being practically, workable. But as I look, our debt still escalating. Cost of living still escalating. Our debt still escalating. Poverty still escalating. Your hustlers that you related with when you are doing your campaigns are still hustling, just with a little bit more pressure this time, because life is unbearable. And this is not according to my own sentiments. This is data that has been provided by most of one of the most reliable data sources, the Oxfam. But this is not me defending the opposition. Of course, opposition should be questioned as well. Basically, even the Kenyans should be questioned as well because of the choices that we make, the leaders that we choose. But, Mr. President, leadership is not about pointing fingers from a podium, like usually, like you're doing. Most of the time, this is what you're doing. Leadership is about results. And you can't, Mr. President, you cannot question rallies when your solution is mostly based on speeches, because you're so good in making speeches from local podiums, international podiums, and all that. You cannot accuse others of doing a lot of nothing while you know that implementations is this country's largest problem. We have zero implementation culture. And again, I'm not a professor, but I know you cannot demand track records while you're asking us, the citizens, to be patient with promises. And then you say that we need to walk by faith, not by sight, not by what we see. That's the road to Singapore. We're supposed to have faith. Just have faith that you're moving Kenya from third world to Singapore, first world country. And I want you to understand, and even the people, the KBB people, I want you to understand that Kenya does not lack critics. That's why people like me, Batista Dafo, is here to criticize the government. Look at things that have been done, praise the things that have been done. So, for the Mr. President, Mr. William Samoei Ruto, instead of lecturing the country or the people of Kenya on choosing leaders based on work done, maybe, how about we start with you showing us the work that is done, that has been done? Because these speeches that you're making on these podiums, pointing fingers at others without looking in the mirror just to see the reflection of yourself, they've been sounding so familiar. They've been sounding like self-description. And this is not ironic. It's almost comic. I've been doing a lot of follow-ups, listening to president's speeches. Let me tell you, I'm not a genius. I'm not that smart, but at least I know, Mr. President, that you cannot outrun your own record with a microphone. And my closing remark, these speeches don't age well when reality is taking notes.